soon as it says we're live, which we're live. Oh, I like that. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Pipebomb Podcast. I'm the Night Owl, and that's Nova next to me.
Yeah.
Tonight, unfortunately, it looks as if Jake tonight might be on later, but we'll see. Depends. I don't know how long we're going to be on, but anyway. So we're going to talk about the events of SmackDown and Vengeance on Saturday. We'll talk about Monday Night Raw and some happenings on NXT last night that were quite cool. So, how you doing tonight, Steve? Good.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I bet.
Thinking down to the floor with this
and
chair.
I'm on a bit of a lag, so.
But you know what? We'll roll with it.
Yeah. So why don't we get started with it? We've had a busy week in wrestling. It's been actually some quite fantastic highlights, some not so fantastic highlights, as per usual with wrestling. So if you want, why don't we start?
Accurately predicting
yes,
something.
He actually did. We spoke on it last week, and if you saw it, fantastic. But we'll talk about NXT later. But right now, we're going to start with SmackDown and some of the things that happened on there with Damian Priest and stuff like that. And Solo Sikoa, and everything else. So why don't we start with the fact that Damian Priest qualified a qualifying match after huge mistake by Solo Sikoa.
Yes. I figured that he was going to win anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
See Solo come back.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. I don't know what they're going to do now with him, but cool that he's back.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks a little depressed to me if if you think about it, because after his loss to Roman and losing to Ulafala, he's now not the chief, but is kind of still acting like he is.
Yeah, the deniability is crazy, but
yeah.
That's about 20 seconds, by the way.
Yeah.
We apologize for that.
I'm just actually going to share this out, Steve. I'm really, really sorry. I don't know. Everybody's on the internet in my house right now, so yeah. Sorry. I can try and go out and come back in, but wouldn't that end the stream?
Probably.
Yeah. So we'll just have to deal with it as it is. We apologize for the delay. So anyways, Damian Priest and Naomi secured their place inside the Elimination Chamber, which is fantastic. Stratus also showed up. So she also showed up to save Tiffany Stratton from Nia and Candice. So for I just want to talk about that for a minute. So now there's probably going to be a match this week, because we still have to wait for, the WrestleMania time and the Elimination Chamber and everything. There's probably going to be a match tag team between with Trish and Tiffany against Nia and Candice now.
Yeah. There was a weird. It's Trishy and Tiffy time. Trishy time, Tiffy time. That was kind of interesting. I don't know what it means. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on there. But
Yeah. Looks interesting though. I'm just
we
sharing
need a
this
Jake.
out.
We need a Jake because at least with the lag with
So if
Jake,
you want to
he
chat for
can fill in the gap because it's kind of awkward when we're sitting there waiting for responses.
Yeah.
And we need a Jake. I'm sitting here drinking water,
I'm
waiting for you to hear my
sorry.
response.
Yeah, I know. And I'm waiting for you to hear my response. So it's like we're suffering. I'm gonna text him and tell him he has to get in here. Um. Okay. Hopefully he'll be in here soon. Okay. Sorry, guys, that it's so quiet. And we don't have anybody in here yet, unless it's not registering yet.
Who knows, man? Vengeance was
Oh.
solid. The only issue I'm having is
I just want to let you guys know one of my moderators is in the hospital right now. And she's not doing good. She's in heart failure right now.
oh boy.
She can still come out of it, but they aren't sure yet.
Oh.
So please pray for her. Yeah, please.
Wow.
Yeah, it's we just found out that she was sent to the hospital today, so yeah. Michelle, we're praying for you. We love you. So please take care of yourself. Come home. And take a break from streaming if you need to, because you definitely need to at this point. I'm going to change the subject so that we can get on with this, just because I'm praying in my head right now. So, like I said, this Tiffy Time match and everything else, Nia and Candace being against him. Candace is really, really tiny, so I don't know how fair she's going to do. Now, another thing, Charlotte Flair has decided who she is going to face at WrestleMania, which is going to be Tiffany. She was watching in the back and became really impressed with Tiffany.
She was watching. I think she was watching at the announce desk.
So, what do you think about that?
If I remember right, she was at the announce desk.
Yeah. Well, it showed her at the back of the at a TV or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember she like grabbed a mic and started talking.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a swerve from the usual Tiffy or the usual Rhea and Charlotte. So I mean, it's cool that it's different now this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm really happy that it's a big difference now because at least it's giving, like you said, the whole Rhea Charlotte thing. We've seen it a few times now, so she needs a new opponent, which I'm glad they're starting to bring more women up from NXT for that too. So
yeah, absolutely.
So Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, of course, had face to face again because that's never happened before. I don't know. Right. I'm starting to see storylines kind of lag a bit in that sense of it.
Yeah.
So, okay. One thing that I want to talk about too is the fact that we look at somebody came forward with a video showing Raquel and Liv Morgan walking away from the scene of a crime, but I don't know, for some reason, I don't think it's who went after Jay Cargill. So I don't know.
I'm still at the belief that it is just um, either Bianca this whole time or Naomi. And I'm leaning towards Naomi.
Yeah. That's what I think too. I think she was the one that came in, and I think she did titles. So
Yeah,
she's always wanted to be a champion, so I think that's why she tried to take that. So
absolutely.
I apologize for the buffering. We're just going to keep going. We're already live now. So we're really sorry about that. Hopefully I can get a new laptop soon. There's quite a few things that went on. There was a match between Angel Garza and the Motor City Machine Guns and Angel and what's his name again? the our Spanish boys. Humberto, that's it.
Humberto, yeah.
Whatever his name is. There's a match between them. That was actually a pretty good match. I think it was a Motor City Machine Guns
Shit.
one.
Damn, Vic, you're
Wow,
falling
my
off.
English is good today. Jake says he's got grandmother stuff going on. I know. Alrighty. I'm sorry. It's been one of those days today. I don't know. Anyways, so there's that. Anything, why don't we talk about the biggest issue? We're gonna kind of throw everything into a basket and pick things. Shinsuke Nakamura, I want to talk about that. He's kind of been a backseat guy for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing him come out the way he did the other night, his entrance is so cool. Like, I absolutely loved it. And now LA Knight's coming out wanting his title back now. I don't know how you were impressed, if you were impressed with that, but it's a whole new Shinsuke, and I really, really like it.
I always love me some Shinsuke, so I'm definitely in for it.
Yeah.
He's looking fierce. I love the war paint. He's got like the zombie samurai kind of look going on for him now. So I'm definitely in for it.
Yeah.
It's delay make. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna I don't want to keep harping on it. The delay makes it so awkward because we just sit here.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Jake has some grandmother stuff going on, so we'll pray for her too. But
okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll pray for her.
That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I know it does make it awkward because I'm like, I want to say something more. Do I wait for Steve to answer or not?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about NXT for a few minutes?
Okay.
And then next week we'll try and work out some more of these bugs. Next week, or on NXT last night, we had quite a few surprises.
Mm-hmm.
The Absolute Ricky was there, but his last name is not Ricky Starks anymore. What is it, Steve?
Ricky
Because I
Saint.
don't like it. Ricky Saints. I'm like, why? Why couldn't they do Ricky Stark? Like, why is he not allowed to use that name?
I mean, it could
Hi,
be his
Izzy.
choice, but like,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it. I
absolutely
don't
not.
know. Did you like it?
No.
Mm-mm. No. No. Yeah, it's kind of weird because we've known him. Like, he came from AEW to here, and I'm glad he's here. Don't get me wrong, but um, it's yeah. I just don't like it. I like calling him Ricky Stalks because that's what we always
Yeah.
joke around calling him. Now you can't call him Ricky Saints because it doesn't make any sense. I don't like it.
Ricky Saint. Yeah, I don't know.
So, um, but yeah, so that was a big one. He signed his contract. Now I
He
don't
just showed
know.
up
They
and was
didn't
like,
really
"Look,
let
we're
us
here," and we
read it.
talked about it last week, and he didn't really have a name, so he made us wait a week to be Ricky Saint. It's kind of crazy.
It was kind of stupid. Belongs to Tony Stark. Oh, well, no, not necessarily, but he still could. He's been using it for years, so they can't take that away from him. But anyways, yeah, I do get what you're saying, Izzy. Yeah, it's I don't
Zoe
know.
Stark's not big enough
I
to
don't know. I
take
just
Ricky
don't like
Stark's
it.
name
That's just
away.
my personal.
And I don't want to be mean about it, but like she's
No,
not big enough to
yeah,
take his name away. So that had to be on his own doing.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, there's just uh, yeah, it's just I like you. And I think it's if he had been called Ricky Saints from the beginning, I think we would have been more used to that. Like I guess that's kind of for me what it is that no, don't apologize, Izzy. Your opinion. I always giggle at your opinions, so I hear you. It's okay. Don't ever apologize. Anyways, but I think that's because what we were used to calling him, right? And of course, Zoe Stark, Ricky Starks, like maybe this was just too much, so he wanted to change it. I guess maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. The other thing is a couple people showed up on NXT because I think NXT there was more stuff going on there than anything. Um, but go ahead.
I just said absolutely.
Yeah. There was somebody showed up that Jake predicted last week that he thought was going to show up. So we were like, okay, he could show up. You never know because he's TNA champion. This, that, the other thing. And who ends up showing up? Moose.
Moose
Moose. The
did
man is
show up.
huge. Yeah. And he's challenging Oba Femi. And I like that. I think that's, the size between the two of them fits.
Oh yeah. No, that's gonna be a smoke show match for sure. I'm excited for that. Bring it on. Seeing more TNA
Yeah, me too.
champions in NXT, and we actually have more about that after too, later on in this conversation. It's just
Mm.
cool to see the collapse just
Yeah.
continuing.
Mm-hmm. Well, why
The
don't you go
door
ahead
open.
and tell? Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool because I'm sure there's some people from ROH that would love to come too. But go ahead and tell us what that other news is too for NXT and TNA.
The Hardys are be challenging. I don't remember who they're challenging, but there will be a challenge of the Hardys in NXT, which would be the first time seeing Jeff since his really awkward departure from WWE.
Yes.
Um, which I can't say he's
Yes.
doing a lot better because we don't know internally, but it seems like he's recovered a lot. I think him rounding out his career finally with his brother to end his career is what he's been
Yeah.
needing all this time. So it's good to see. And seeing
Yeah.
Jeff and Matt in a WWE, I mean, it's not really WWE, I guess, technically, but it's WWE. It's under WWE. Seeing him in that ring will be sick. Seeing them in that ring will be sick.
Mm.
I always love seeing me some Hardys in WWE. So
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I miss them. Ever since they debuted to now, they've been one of my favorite tag teams besides the
absolutely,
Rockers back in the day, right?
yeah,
Yeah, but Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, it was one of the best tag teams back then, and now it's, these guys. So, you know, I would love for them to be back in WWE, but I think for now, them being in TNA is the best spot for them. But
true.
that also means that Matt Hardy has left AEW as well.
You've got to see it in the perspective of Johnny Gargano made the Black and Gold brand, or he was one of the founders of the Black and Gold brand. Foundations, not founders, but foundations of the Black and Gold brand, NXT brand. The Hardys were like the foundation of TNA before it became Impact, and even into Impact. So that's where they need to finish out at. But seeing them at least get back in WWE as a feature, massive for them. Honestly, big honor to them.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And I mean, like, they deserve it. They've had a fantastic career, so, like, I think they deserve every bit of it, But I hope whoever they challenge. Now they did say something. The commentators did say something yesterday of so and so's challenging the Hardys, and I'm like,
Yeah,
they are? Since when?
yeah, that was just like out of nowhere.
So I'm like,
the Hardys were mentioned, and we're like, wait, what?
yeah. So we didn't quite. They just all of a sudden started talking. So, oops, sorry. I don't get who they were challenging or whatever, but I think that it's a good move for them anyways. Now they can train the younger generation as well, because they've got to be at least close to their 50s, them too, right?
Yeah. No quarter
Okay.
catch crew is who challenged the Hardys.
Okay, there we go. And that's okay. I think that's pretty cool. I'd like to see them. They're pretty good. No. High flyers too, aren't they?
I believe so.
Yeah. So yeah, I look forward to that. Stephanie Vicaire showed up last night. She won her match. And somebody that was absent last night that I was not expecting to be absent was Tony D'Angelo. If you were watching NXT last week, there was a cage match, and he was betrayed. But was that Petrovic that betrayed him, or was it another? I can't remember her name. The other girl that was.
No, I don't remember this.
It was the blonde bombshell, another one. She betrayed him, and brought her guys in, and they beat the living crap out of him, and he hasn't shown up yet, and left the family to do their own, matches, and so where is he? What is he doing? Is he injured now? Is he taking a break? Because he's still holding a title. So he can't be gone too long. So,
or is he going to show up this week? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, but he's, you had mentioned it to me when we first started watching NXT again, and how we watched Tony D'Angelo where he started, and then we kind of watched as he progressed. He is the family is one of the best factions I've seen since the Hurt Business and since the Authority. I don't know if you agree with me on that.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I love me some D'Angelo family. I've been a big advocate for the D'Angelo family. Um,
Mm.
Specifically the Don. Dude's awesome.
Yeah.
So I just think the call up is imminent. I think it's a coming
Hmm.
soon.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when. That's pretty much where we're at now.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, because of all the mass releases again this year,
Mm-hmm.
it seems right at the beginning of the year they let people go, and we're left sitting here going, why'd they let this person go and not this person? They're using this person and not that person. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like Mustafa Ali. He was one of my favorites. Steve always laughs when I talk about this, but it's I love Mustafa Ali. He's great. He's got great stage presence, everything else, but they weren't using him. He's in TNA now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't what are they doing with him? I don't know. I'm gonna have to we're gonna have to find a way to watch TNA to see what it is they're doing with him there, if it's any different. So
Right.
yeah. Um I don't know, like the event. I don't know. We go through these. I'm like stuttering right now, trying to figure out how to say this without sounding rude. But WWE for sometimes goes through lulls and then goes through highs. And it's like right now, I feel like they're in a creative slump. And it's like they're trying to find matches, this and that. For us, like the one person that we wish wasn't there is Liv Morgan, as we can't stand her laugh and just
Let
the
me talk.
count. And I think
Let me
that's
talk
part of
about
it,
them.
I guess. Yeah, you go ahead.
I don't dislike Liv Morgan as a person. My issue with Liv Morgan,
No, no.
honestly, all it is, her character, and she guess she's doing a good job at it. Her character is like unwatchable, and I don't want to sound like a hater
Mm,
or anything, but her character is actually like straight up
no.
unwatchable. It's just like it's so annoying, her voice. And like I'm not saying that as like, oh, I'm just hating on no.
Yeah.
She has the Bart Simpson ha 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 laugh. And she does, and you could tell that she does it on purpose. You could tell she straight up just does it on purpose. Just like you'll see
Yeah.
any segment, like, or any what
Yeah.
do they call it, promo, and she'll have it even at the end for a second. She'll at least throw it in somewhere just to do it. 'Cause she knows how annoying it is. Um, I can't
Mm,
I can't with that. It's so annoying. Um, like ungodly annoying, and it's I don't know what they're trying to do with that. Like why they have that her doing that, but like
mm,
the story with Dom is already annoying enough, but that's fine. But it's just
mm.
listening to her talk. I I I want to just throw her to NXT with Booker T and just never watch.
Yep.
Like that's where I'm at with her.
Yeah.
We'll get to
Yeah.
him too because he's a freaking pervert,
Okay.
and I'm done with him. But anyway,
Oh, yeah, we're done listening to him. We almost have to mute him sometimes. Anyways, yeah, I agree with you about that. And the thing is too, like, she's a great person. She's such a big sweetheart in real life, but her character, and like you said, I guess that's the intent and that's how it's working out, because people like her, people hate her, but they still buy the merch, they still show up and taunt and do whatever for her. Um, but not only is that laugh drive you nuts, or the way she talks, all the, cutesy, sexy stuff, and it's like, that's ugh, anyway for me,
a lot
but
more creative than sex appeals.
99% of her matches end in a roll-up.
It's
Yeah,
roll up live. When she was a
but
face, it was roll up
ninety-nine
live.
percent of her matches end in roll-ups. Yeah.
When she was heel live, it's roll up. It's I she deserves better. she deserves a lot better, than being a
Yeah.
roll-up princess. Her wrestling's good. I don't hate her wrestling at all. So
Yeah.
I don't know why they got to give her the roll-up
Yeah.
every time. I don't know what they're. It makes her look weak, and yet she wins all these world titles. So it's like, see, she's a multi-time world
Yeah.
champion, but then all she does is roll-up, right? So did you just discover a
Yeah.
new feature? That's crazy. Now I gotta like recenter myself.
Yeah, I like it better. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing that she's been known as the roll-up princess or whatever, and she needs to find different ways of um like ending her matches, but it gets to the point where we literally sit here and go, don't let her win. Don't let her win. Please don't let her win. And she won Elimination Chamber, was it last year or the year before or something? And we're just like, oh, not again. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think like I don't know. They need to change something up with her. Because it's just at that point, or it's working because it's driving us nuts, going, oh, we just want to see her lose. So we tune
absolutely.
in to make sure to see her lose, right?
Oh, she's
So
doing the character right.
um
Um,
yeah.
it's very cheap heat, but she's doing the character right.
Yeah, that's true. Um but this what else do we got? Let's see. Jey Uso chose to fight Gunther.
Hmm.
Um, that's gonna be a match and a half. I think Jay's gonna give Gunther a run for his money.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good match, and I think I don't know. I really want to see Jay win. He's up and coming now. Gunther's won a few titles, and whatever. But also, you're watching his brother Jimmy s- slowly come up on his own as well, up the ladder of success, so to speak. And then you got Jimmy, and I have a feeling it's going to get to the point where it's going to be Jimmy versus Jay again.
I hope I'm just waiting for the USO reunion, man. The official.
Yeah, yeah. When they become a tag team again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. Because I miss their old entrance when they came in and did the whatever call it. I
About
know
to
that
say
was gross.
USO.
Sorry, I
About to say,
apologize.
I do miss me some USO entry though.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that too. Yeah. Everything that they've done, I've never been disappointed in a USO push. I've never really been disappointed with anything they've done, how they talk, how they whatever. They're just really successful at everything they do.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been a big pusher or
Do you
advocate.
have any?
Um, big fan of them. So seeing them even like teasing getting back together, I'm all for it.
Mm,
We had a special guest
what?
come up
Go ahead.
on NXT.
Yes, we did. Will you go ahead and talk about that? I'll let you go with it.
Well, we had Santino's daughter's in NXT. I didn't realize that was his daughter. Well, freaking Santino showed up,
Yeah.
and I was joking. I'm like, is it Santino? And then it was. And I was like, wait a minute, it is Santino. Still
Santino
funny as ever.
Morella.
Still funny as ever.
Is it? What is his thing at TNA? Because he's like the head of TNA or something. He helps run that right now.
Or like a GM, whatever they want to consider his label. It's something funny like that,
Yeah.
but he's a booker.
Yeah. Yep.
He's got like the Tony
Yep.
Khan role, where he'll show up and like be in like a promo and like be like, you're doing so kind of like Teddy Long, where like you're in this match now because you're running your mouth. That's what he does. Of course, with his crazy accent, it's funny. Everything he says,
yeah.
John Cena, and everything he says.
The funny John China. Well, the thing is, I remember watching a show that used to go on after SmackDown or on the weekends or whatever, but he was talking, and I went, that's Santino Marella, but he doesn't have the Italian accent.
Right.
What's going on? The guy doesn't have an accent in real life. That
No, he's just a
accent
regular
is
guy.
part of his character in wrestling. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, but he's great. My favorite part of him was when he used to do the sock on his hand, but it was a snake.
Oh yeah, the
And
snake.
it was
Yeah.
it was really funny. Yeah. Or when he got eliminated, he got into the ring and was eliminated like 2 seconds later or something like that. I think it was the shortest
It was. It
run
was
in a Royal Rumble or something he got. Yeah.
and he also almost won a Rumble
So
because he
yeah, that
hit.
kind of stuff with Santino, like I miss that kind of stuff with him.
He almost won because he hit. I think it was. I don't remember the guy's name. Gosh, it was a Hispanic guy that was very
Oh
controversial.
wow.
I don't
It's been a
remember.
while.
Alberto Del Rio. That's it.
Hmm,
And he hit him with the snake,
that's it.
and then he went to eliminate him. So he thought Santino was going to win the Rumble. Then he just reversed it and threw him out anyway. And we're like, no. When they teased us that Santino was going to win the Rumble, that was
Yeah. That I thought he was going to win that night too. That was really a good pay-per-view, and
yeah, they teased us hard.
like this is the kind of stuff that we like to see, where it's like go ahead and tease us and then we're like, "What? Why?"
Yeah,
Like that's the kind of stuff I like to see where they leave you guessing, you know. But yeah, it was he is quite the character on the shows, and he's like a comedian. He comes in, he's like how do I describe it? It's kind of like the new Doink the Clown without the clown face.
yeah.
I don't know if you remember Doink, but
Oh,
he
I
was
thought Doink,
hilarious.
Donk, Dink. Yeah, I remember him for sure.
Yeah, Doink Donk and Dink.
Oh yeah, I know. I know him.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And so that's what Santino kind of reminds me of, where he comes in and he's the comic relief, besides our truth. Um um so while we're sitting here, we're gonna talk about this. Hopefully Jake joins us. If he doesn't, hopefully next week he can. We're gonna address this because it's kind of the elephant in the room. To the point now where we actually thought it was just a 1 week thing, and now it's happened 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Um, Booker T basically busted a nut, if I can
You
say
can't
it
say that
that
on
like
YouTube.
that, while while he was
He exasperated his
commentating a
manhood.
Stephanie Vicara match. There you go. Sorry, YouTube. I apologize. Please don't take the video down. But yeah, it was uh one of those, I don't know. We think we're gonna have to mute the Stephanie Vicara matches from now on. But Steve, I'll let you run with that because I don't know what else to say without sounding dirty.
Wow. Okay, so Booker T. Let me go ahead and imitate how he does a Stephanie Vicara match. Okay, because as much as you don't want to hear it, and I understand, you have to give the full context so that we can't just say that we can't just make stuff up. We gotta give the full context. So she has this little hip drop kind of move where she will put her she'll both face down in a plank position, and she has her legs around their head, and she kind of stomps it with her knees. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me why Booker T
Yeah.
every thrust or every pump of the move he goes ah 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 ah, and then when she finishes yeah, and I'm just like, excuse me.
So bad.
This isn't like a meme. This isn't just us being us. This is literally every single time she
No,
does it.
it's bad, guys. Yeah.
And to the point that when she does it, or when she's having a match, I don't want to watch her until she's on the main roster anymore. Like I watch, but I want to watch muted. I don't want to watch the.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to
Right.
like watch with the sound on because it's like it just feels weird to listen to.
Yeah. It's
And like
I wish we could pull up a clip, but we might get in trouble for it. But
I honestly am concerned of that same reason. I don't know if we will get in trouble. I don't want to take any chances. It's literally that bad. It's not just us being exaggerative, like hate on Booker T. I love Booker T. I was a big Booker T fan. But it's like this man has gone off the rails to the point where it's like it's uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
His his broadcast partner always like calls him out, telling him that he's married to Charmel and stuff. Because like you have like Lola Vice will come out and she'll be sitting there doing her twerking and dancing, and he's like, yeah, man, and it's just like, dude, relax. He's got all this energy, and then
yeah, man. Yeah,
like,
man.
other than like Trick, he's like quiet the whole match if it's a men's match. The second it's the ladies, oh my goodness, it's unhinged.
Yeah.
It's actually really uncomfortable.
And Steve's right. The guy, what is the
Kevin
guy? I
Patrick?
forget what his name is, Victor or something like that. I can't remember.
Patrick?
Yeah, I think that could be it. But yeah. But he'll sit there and goes, "Oh, what does Charmel think of this? And what does Charmel think of?" And you can hear, or he'll tell him, Booker T, you're always doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He calls him out constantly, and this is the thing.
If it's anyone wrestling that's not like a black wrestler, that's a male, he'll be quiet the whole match. I mean, he might talk about the heels and stuff because he's a heel commentator. But if it's not like Trick Williams or like the Adonis or anyone like that, he just doesn't really talk about it. But the second that it's a woman, he's quiet. He's not quiet the whole match. He talks over everyone. It's just disgusting. It's
that's why I don't understand why they brought Corey there.
I feel so bad. It feels like a demotion. Even he said it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's laughing his butt off the whole time and everything else at Booker, which is fine. But I think they should have kept Corey on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting on you.
Yeah, no, you first. No, you. Okay. Anyway, before this goes, we're gonna go back and forth. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't like the fact that they demoted Corey because Pat McAfee's back. I think they should have kept Corey there with them. I think it would have been great for the three of them to be together on that. But I mean, hopefully when Pat McAfee goes on his hiatus again, we'll get Corey Graves back on Raw. But still, I'm just like, I don't know. Booker T, I think, needs to tone it down. We can't be the only ones that have this opinion on Booker T because this is just too much.
Here's the thing, though, which is crazy, is I think we are. In a weird way, I think we are. Because, like, and I mean, I'll see some posts that's like, hey, yo, Booker, and with the eyes. But then most of the time, it's like, man, you can't hate on him because he's part of the move now. He's what makes the move lively. I'm just like, I don't find it fascinating. I don't enjoy it.
No. Like, I get there's getting excited. You could go boom, 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 or something like that, but not like the way. I'm sorry, but the way he's doing it is like it's over.
It sounds like man is enjoying himself.
Yeah. He's getting in there.
Actually getting in there.
I just don't like it. And I mean, like, usually that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I more watch the match than listen to the commentators most of the time. I don't even hear what they're saying half the time.
Focus on the match. That's when it's too much.
Mm, yep, exactly. So, but yeah, it's a bit much. I don't know. But anyways, we're not trying to constantly complain about it, but there is little things in the WWE that can change. Like I said, we feel like there is some change coming. There's not the same old matches, but they need to we did notice something. I'll mention this. We did notice something last night. There was 3 women's matches last night and 1 men's match.
Yeah, which that was
Now,
refreshing to see.
don't get me wrong. It was. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to see 2 and 2, right? But they're giving more time for the women, and I get it because they're probably going to be starting to call some more men up to the main roster. So I don't know how that's going to work. But I don't know. I was quite refreshing to see there's more because there's so many women that come in because of the women like Stephanie Vicaire and like Trish Stratus, Lita, or Nikki Bella. We haven't even seen Nikki Bella since the Royal Rumble,
Yeah, I was wondering if that was a
so we
one-time
don't
thing or not.
even know if she's coming back. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like, there's so many women, we don't know where to use them, so we need more men, if that makes sense.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I mean, the matches were good. The product's
Especially with
good, So like, harping on the commentary thing is just one aspect. It doesn't take away NXT from me. It doesn't change how I feel about the product. It's
no.
still a phenomenal product.
Mm, yeah. And HBK's in charge.
Mhm.
Um, but we have a feeling, like we were saying last week, Trick Williams could be coming up. We think Obafemi is going to be coming up to the main roster soon. Stuff like that. It'd be good to see. Um, I don't know what else to. Can you look up to see if there's been any more releases in that sense? Is because we were talking last week, there was quite a few
There has not
releases. We
been
had Apollo Crews was released. Oh, thank God.
It's not been
Okay.
since it's finally calmed down a little bit. I think the releases were just
Yeah.
to fit the salary of
I mean,
Ricky. So from now, I think we'll be okay for a couple weeks at least.
yeah, until we have any more surprises. uh, um, but yeah, this week, Vengeance was really good. I don't know if you could pull that up. What the matches were and stuff like that, if you don't mind, because I don't remember now. It's been a week. I'm sorry. Since we watched it. And I have ADHD, so if I remember what I did yesterday, I'm lucky. I gotta check my phone to see if there's any word from Kay. No, nothing yet. Sorry if I seem a bit distracted tonight. I'm worried about my friend Michelle right now to see what's going on with her. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah. Sorry if I keep talking over you, Steve. I have a bit of a lag. It's about a
Hey,
20
it is
second
what it
lag,
is.
10-second lag. So,
So Fallon Henley and Stephanie Vicaire for the North American Women's North American. That's what was the when we discovered the Booker T issue.
that's right. It was Saturday. Yep. That was actually a really good match, and I've seen her do that move before. I've never heard him do
It
that
must have
before,
been
so it
like
really blew me away. But
that he started doing that.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, she did like I always enjoy the women's matches. I find some of them, the women are catty when we fight. We pull hair, we kick, we punch, we throw everything at you just to, whatever. So I've always been really good watching women's matches. So that match was really good.
Yeah.
What other matches did we have?
Okay, so we had Fraxium and versus Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura, which was just a really weird tag match. Um, which
Yeah, it
obviously
was. I don't.
Fraxium won that. Just whatever match.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The one thing we did see is those 4 people that came in.
yeah, true. Don't know anything about what they're about. Um, I mean,
Yeah.
Oba called them out yesterday, and they came out, and one accidentally revealed his face.
Yep.
I don't know anything else about him though. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you more. Um,
Yeah, it's okay. They're 4 really big guys. They all came out during a match. They beat up the tag team match. They came out and they beat up all the guys and just were standing in the middle of the ring. They're 4 really big guys. And then
4
later on
big
again that
guys.
night, same thing. Yeah, 4 really big guys. Um,
Eddie Thorpe actually defeated
but
Trick Williams in a strap match.
yep. That was actually quite an intense match. I like matches like that because it keeps the action going the whole time.
It was
It
good
was
till
quite
the end.
intense. Yeah, the
That
ending
ending
was
was
not the best.
horrible. I understand what they were going for, so they tried to
But
have Eddie Thorpe beat Trick with his own knee,
yeah,
his
it
own
was
move, but he like barely hit him in like the chest with the knee. It was terrible. It was such a bad hit, like, or such a light, like not dangerous hit at all, to the point that when he didn't kick out, everyone was like, shocked Undertaker face, because it was like,
yeah,
excuse me, Trick, you didn't
yeah,
kick out of
exactly.
that. They're gonna have to
Oh
play
my
it off that
god.
it was the low blow that did it, because like that knee wasn't what did it. I'll tell you, that knee was
No.
not. Was not. It was not. I don't. I don't want to hate on it. I mean, people botch moves, but that was they should have, after we missed that, they honestly should have gone like Trick, kicks out, goes for his move, and then Eddie Thorpe reverses it and it hits his move and does like a little like change of an ending. Add 2 minutes to the match, whatever. That wouldn't have hurt the show. That would have made the ending
Yeah.
more believable. The ending was just not believable. What I've seen Trick Williams kick out of, I think Trick Williams would kick out of the dang one winged angel if he faced Kenny Omega. So seeing him not kick out of that, I'm just like, what's happening here? It just wasn't comfortable to watch. It just did not look good at all. The rest of the match was great. But golly, the rest of the match was great. I think I lost Vicky. But no, the rest of the match was good. But it was just that part.
Gonna give it a sec to come back. I'm really sorry, guys. I think after the
Yeah, it's bad at this point. It is what it is.
because it's back and forth not responding, so we
Yeah.
do apologize for that. It's my laptop because I have my other one broke down, so I need to get a new one. So I'm using a small one that Sean was nice enough to give me. Anyways, thank you, Steve, for joining me for this. Like I said, guys, sorry about the lag. And we'll have some more news for you next week. I will be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'll be on my iPad, so the lag shouldn't be too bad. The only reason I don't use my iPad for this is because I can't do a StreamYard and from my channel and invite people. So it's just not going to work. Anyway, we love you all. And I ask you again to pray for.
Is that why you're not doing?
Yeah, it's just because yeah, because you can quickly give the rest of it if you want.
Just a quick overcap, I guess.
before
I could
we
do real
end,
quick.
but it's just it keeps lagging and buffering. Yeah. Okay.
So let me go through. It was Ariana Grace, which is the daughter of Santino. Mysterious group attacks
Yeah.
for Axiom, Josh Briggs, and Obafemi. Julia versus Bailey versus Cora Jade versus Roxanne. Julia retained. Obafemi retained versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Jordan Grace comes calling for Julia and Stephanie Vaquer. She wants the challenge. She was challenging the best of the best. She don't care who it is. She wants anyone. So this man shows up at the end of the stream. That is crazy.
Sorry.
I know you're busy. The lag's bad anyway. It's miserable today. You're not missing much.
Look at this guy.
Because I was in the other tab and I tab back in and he's just like,
well, the lag
like,
is real. I need a new laptop because it's been so bad. It's like
Oh man, I see now. Yeah, jeez.
When she when her response is about 30 seconds.
So see what I mean? It's like really bad.
Oh man. Oof. Yeah. That's nasty. That's bad. Yikes. I can count the pixels.
So
yes.
Steve is just finishing up talking about Vengeance Day, and
I would like to say you are right about Moose.
Delay.
I know.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I like game theory predicted it. It was cool.
I got to see my Roxy on Raw. That was cool.
Yeah. So I guess
Jake got it right.
That was sweet.
Yep. And we found out what Ricky Starks is going to be called.
Oh yeah.
Ricky Starks is going to be called Ricky Saints.
Without the S, just Saint.
Yeah.
I guess. Cool.
Yeah.
It's been hanging out with the Saint Row crew. So you're telling me
I don't like
that
it.
Zoe Stark is going to be the Stark and not Ricky Stark? Like, you come on now.
Like Ricky owned that name way before he cheated.
He does. He had to have given her the name. He had to have let her have it because there's no way. His star power is way higher than hers. I think it had to be his choice.
They had to lay off wrestlers in order to get her in there. So
Vicky,
get him in there. So
yeah.
You're kind of just dead for us at the moment. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. You just disappeared for us there.
You just riz from the ground like Undertaker.
Yeah. That's it.
Ghostly.
That's it. But what I'm going to do is.
Go ahead. No one's talking. It's just you.
Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream. Jake, if you want to join us on a Discord call, I'll add you to a Discord call.
Sure.
But we're going to end, and hopefully next week I'll have a better issue, less lag and whatever. Because we'll see what happens. But we love you guys. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. God bless. Take care. Bye.
Woo.